And we're live. I hope everybody is having a great night. I'd like to know if you can hear and see me well before I get started tonight. And welcome to everybody. I was watching the chat, and it was quite amazing to see all of the different countries already represented tonight. Very happy to see all of you. And of course, I really want to let you know that I appreciate you being here. And I'm going to actually go immediately to a share screen. And the first thing I like to do is a back office tour. So we'll do that right now. And I'm actually taking myself out of the picture simply because it'll be a little bit easier to see what I'm sharing. Okay? So we're going to go to the back office. As you can see, the first thing we come to when we come into our back office in Got Backup is this welcome screen. And I do recommend actually that you go ahead and watch this video that is on here. It's on here on purpose. And I actually think I'm going to be the one presenting pretty soon. I have one ready for them, and we'll see how that goes. But I want you to notice also that they've made this just about as easy as possible to get around in here and understand where things are. But one of the things I really like that they added recently is these three buttons. They are actually in correspondence with some of the things that are on the left-hand side there, but we'll look at what these are so that you know ahead of time what they are. So first off, let's look at number one here. And number one says that it is our dashboard, which is, of course, where you will find your download buttons. Also want you to notice those big orange buttons. And what those are is videos that will help you understand how to get started correctly. Now, I've done showing people how to get started. But once you have done it and it's already on your machine, it's not as easy to demonstrate. So I do recommend you actually go and watch the videos that correspond with the system that you have. If you're a Windows user, then of course you're going to come over here to this button right here and watch these videos. If you're an Android user, that's also where you'll find the installation for your Android phone. If you're a Mac user, then of course you're going to come over here to these videos right here where it shows watch the videos. So they've separated them on purpose to make it really easy for you to find the right ones for you, depending on what your system is. Now you might be like me and be a crossover. And I have a Windows machine, but I have an iPhone. I don't know why, it just seemed like a good idea to me. But I found these videos very helpful for getting set up correctly. So make sure and watch these videos. I really think they help you. There is also a PDF guide if you prefer that way, but it doesn't matter. Whatever works best for you, please go ahead and do that. So I'll come back here to the beginning screen. The next one is the promotional tools, which is the same as the tab up here where it says, if we go and you hit Got Backup, you'll see that it says Reseller Tools. It's the same tab, okay? So whichever one you pick, it doesn't matter. You're going to get to the same place. We'll go to more detail on all of this. In fact, I'm going to spend a little more time on our autoresponder tonight because I think that that's something that people don't realize. You have something really good here. And I will go into detail about all these tabs. But first, I want to take it one step at a time so you know where we're at. And then the last one on here is a shortcut to the compensation plan. which is also found under the My Business tab, the first tab there. Okay? And it automatically shows it when you click over here. I'm not sure why the other ones don't show that, but this one does. And this is really good. These are very concise and easy to understand videos. And again, we have a PDF as well, which is really nice if you want to share with people how it works. You could actually download this and have it saved on your computer. If somebody really has to know before they get started, you can share this with them. But let's go on back. We're going to close these windows for now so that we stay where we're supposed to be. So now I'm going to go down the left side. All right. So we are under the digital tools. Use this tool is going to take you to the dashboard I just showed to you. All right. I'll open it just so that you can see that it really is exactly the same place. This is also how you get on your cloud, which is important to know because you can actually do some really cool stuff inside of the cloud, as well as having an actual backup of all of your files. But I'll go into that in detail a little bit later as well. The next thing down is our reseller tools. Okay, so let's go in there and get serious and understand all of what you have here. The very first thing that you see is the promotional tools, okay? Reseller tools, promotional tools, it doesn't matter what they are. This is what you've got, okay? And there's a couple of pages here. The best one I have found is this first one. And the very most important thing I think is cool, and they did this again just recently, is you don't have to go searching around to find out how to get a hold of your link. Simply click the copy button and you've got it, okay? If you want to create a tracking link, you can simply click right here and it'll pop up that page. Now, what this is good for is if you are doing any paid advertising, this is really nice for that, because what I like to do when I pay for, say, like some clicks on the internet, and say I have it happening next week, and next week starts, we're going to be in the September. So let's say that I want, let's click the calendar, see what the calendar says. Let's say it's going to happen in a week from now. So today is the 28th. Let's say it's going to happen on the 4th. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and write in here 04/23, and I'm going to go ahead, and if you click on down here to where it says create and open, it will actually open your page, and guess what happens to it? You now have a tracking link on the end of your page. It doesn't change anything else, but add that to it. And what's good about that is that you can actually find out how that page is doing. So I'm going to actually come back here to the reseller tools and get back to the promotional page, which is right here on this page. So let's just pretend that I had actually used that page. If I wanted to know how it was doing, all I would have to do is click this. And there's no activity on this because it's a demo. But in your real back office, your activity is going to show right here. Now, there is a little bit of clicking simply because we've played with this a little bit. But this is going to actually show visits to the link. And because I probably have shared this page in a webinar, there is 8 visits to this page, even though this is a demo and not the real thing. Pretty cool. And you can do the same thing. Now here is our banners. And what's cool about this is these are all different sizes and shapes. There's two ways you can use this. You can click this and copy it, or you could actually open this up. And did you know that you could do a right hand and save image? I've done this before. And then you have just the picture and not any of the code. And the reason why that's useful is if you're in a place where you just want to use the picture and attach it to that, then you can do that. I'm going to show you how you might use that as well tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and save that. And I actually want that to go into a special folder that I set aside for things like that tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and close that banner. I don't need it open any longer, but I'm going to show you what I'm going to use that for in a minute. Now, the next thing on this page is the advertising ad copy. And what's good about this is this gives you a starting place if you don't know how to write an email. I know how to write an email, so I don't need this, but there's a lot of people that are afraid to do that. But you simply make a copy of it, and then I'll show you how to use that later. So I'm going to actually click the copy. It's going to stay in my clipboard until I am ready for it while I finish telling you about these, okay? So the next one over is the pre-enroll ad copy. And I saw somebody ask about whether or not we could put their names in there. Now you can, but this one says hi friend, and the reason why it does is sometimes people don't put their name in when they become a lead, okay, or a pre-enrollee. Sometimes they have some kind of a username that they've chosen that's not their name. So what this is good for is if you had somebody that says their username is little friend, okay, and not their real name, like their real name is Fred, but they decided to call themselves little friend. Now I'm not that's not spelled right, by the way, but I'm not saying that's bad or good, but I'm just saying that can happen. You would simply click the email now and it would open that up and then you could finish it. Now I'm going to show you something a little different than to just click that right now. And then the last tab over here is really nice looking social media stuff that they have created, and they have a very convenient download the image button under each one. And notice that there's not only static posts, but there's also videos. And what's cool about using the videos is that sometimes videos get a lot of attention. But I want to call attention tonight to something that a lot of people don't know about, they don't pay attention to. But the very first moment that you get even one lead, you should be using this product. I came into the company, this was now 3 years ago, because I found out they had a really affordable and wonderful email service. I won't go into what it's called or all of that, but you have it right here. And what's cool about this is that most people don't know that they can actually use this just like as if you have your own email, sending it to personal people. But you know, in your own Gmail or whatever, it's against their rules for you to send emails to a large amount of people. You can do individual emails, but they don't like you to do mass emails. But pretend you just got your very first lead ever, okay? Your first lead ever. And that's when you start sending a message, okay? So I'm actually going to come back here for a minute and I'm going to go to the reseller tools and I'm going to actually become a lead in my own product, in this product, because I want to actually do, come on, I don't want to actually copy this. Okay, Maybe it'll do it this way. I'll just say test. All right. I don't want to use the copy it because I don't want it. I have something on my clipboard right now. So I'm going to go ahead and put my email in here. This is for the benefit of you watching. It doesn't matter that I'm not really this lead. I want you to see what happens when you send a real email, okay? So now this is I'm actually a lead inside of this program. And I get to the right place again. Let's go ahead and send that. So now I have a lead in here. I just became a lead in my system. And I need to send an email to that person, which is me, of course. So I would come in here and I would do it from right here, message and send broadcast. Now, of course, you can send an individual one, but I want you to get used to using this whole system, okay? So you would go ahead and send this like this. Make sure both lists are in there. You need to have something here, okay? Now, we have some really awesome templates that are already set up for you. But I'm going to use this one tonight. All right. And remember, I actually copied some stuff here. There we go. Now it's in here. That's why I didn't want to take out my clipboard because I wanted it to be here. So now the clipboard is got the email in it. And I want to make sure that I set this up correctly. You don't have to have a title. That's nice, but you don't have to. You don't have to have a logo. That's nice, but that's not necessary. But here's one thing I do recommend you do, and that is that here's another thing you don't have to have, because you have all kinds of web stuff going on here. You've got the link several times, right? But I do recommend you actually have a picture, okay? So I am sincerely demo got back up. That's not really my name, right? But it would say your name here, not demo. It will be whatever your username is. If your username is something other than your name, then I recommend you actually change it to your name, okay? And then another thing is I recommend that you have a picture in here. And that's why I wanted to make sure to show you this tonight, because an awful lot of the time you're not realizing the power of this program. Yes, we can back up, but what if you can actually create know, like, and trust? So I want to show you something. I just made a space on the bottom of the email, okay? I'm going to insert an image, right? I'm going to upload an image. I have one saved. And I'm going to go to my pictures where I saved it. And this is the pictures I saved today. Make sure it's not any bigger than about that, but I'm going to even make it a little bit smaller. I'm going to make it 150 because I don't want it to be large. And then if you tab over, it will automatically resize the other part, okay? So I made it one part of it 150, and that's actually the width. Now let's look and see what happened. Okay, now I have my picture in here. So now they see who is talking to them. I want you to also notice that we've got these icons here. And I was playing around with this today when I was doing my email. And we actually have the ability to add or subtract different things in here. So I want to actually insert a column above. I mean, not a column. Let's undo that. All right, that didn't. I actually wanted to send, delete, insert. Here we go. I want to insert a picture, a column in front of this one. I mean, a row. So I'm going to make a row. And it didn't make a row. Why didn't it make a row? Okay. Okay, there it is. All right, so now I have a hole here that's not connected with up there, all right? So I'm going to go ahead and insert another picture that I have created. And this is all for know, like, and trust. I don't want this to look like it's just from the company. I want it to look like it's from me. So I created a picture today. I actually, secret, grabbed this off of my profile today. This is not a special picture, and it's the right size already, so I made sure of that. Under 600 pixels is the best size for your anything that you're going to put in your email. And so now I have my picture, and this is off of my profile, and I covered up the icons that show people that are following me. Instead, I put follow me below. And I did that so that people will see that these are actual real icons. And I don't like to have a whole bunch of stuff. I mainly want to have my Facebook. So I'm going to get rid of the rest of these. All right. And I'm going to do that. And one more thing I want to do is I want them to come into my blog as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert one after, and I'm going to input that in there as well. So that's a picture again. We're going to insert a picture. And I have captured a little icon of a blog off of the internet. I didn't create this. I found it on the internet. You can find things like this. Just simply go in and ask for icons for social media or for blogs. And now I've got one that says blog, okay? I'm going to leave this actually highlighted. See how it's highlighted? You can see the arrows around it. So now I'm going to click the chain. And what that does is allows me to create a link on that picture. So this is the link for the picture that I have highlighted below, okay? This is my blog. And I'm going to write blog right here so that there's no confusion. You don't have to worry about target. So now when somebody actually sees this email, they can click on this and it's going to be clickable towards my blog. And that gives them a place where they can find out more about what I offer and what I share. And another thing you can do, which is really easy to do, I'm going to run over here real quick and grab my no, I want to be in my own blog. Oh, yeah, here we are. See how I clicked my own picture and I got a hold of my profile link, okay? I don't have it memorized, and that's okay. You don't have to. Again, click this image of the Facebook. You're not looking to have a whole bunch of places for them to go. That can be confusing. You just want one, and then again, put in here what it is so they don't have any confusion, and then say OK. Now I have a finished and personalized blog post ready to send. I didn't change anything in the actual copy, although you can. I'm not going to go through that now. Now I can add this, and it's going to be ready to send. And the last thing you want to make sure and do is go ahead and click this. Now I'm going to click this because it's going to take it, it's going to send it to me because I put myself on the list, didn't I? And once you have at least one person on your list, make sure that you're sending emails to them. You don't have to do it more than once a day. I prefer once a day, and doing it by broadcast makes it really easy. So if you didn't get this, if I did it too fast, make sure and go back and watch this on the replay, which is on the same link you came in on. You can watch it as often as you want. Okay, let's go and look at the last things in here. We've already been to the compensation plan page. If this was a real account, it would actually be showing commissions as they come in, which will show up in here. And the payout history is going to show when you actually get paid. Now remember, we have a 30-day guarantee. So that means that when you first start getting people that come in and become paid members, be patient and understanding that it's going to be a month or 4 weeks before you will see your first time. But if you are consistent and sharing your link on a regular basis, and if you have any confusion about how to do that, I can promise you that we have some wonderful people that go into great detail about that. Jerry on Thursdays talks about how to use Facebook and build a list from there. And Mark is even doing some training on Friday morning. Both of those are really good. So make sure you are following through and watching those as well. So the last thing on here is the My Downline link. Now, the reason why I won't go into a lot of detail here is, of course, this is again a demo. There will be every week, as you start adding people to your list that become paid members, on whatever day they come in, they will show up on what's called our power line. It's a little block of down here. It looks like, it'll show their name and their username and their what they came in on, and it'll stay there until Thursday morning. Then they will become somebody that you can move into your actual list on your two lines here. We're only looking to do 2 legs, and one of them could even be built because you have an upline that's active. Sometimes that happens, sometimes it doesn't. Don't be worried about it either way. Just think about making it equal. One on one side, one on the other. That's how I look at it. Because after a while, when your leg gets really long, it will not be possible to know which leg has more on it than the other. So it'll be important to just stay equal. One and then the other, and then back and forth and back and forth. And as you do that, you'll see that you're consistently earning some nice income, and you'll be like me, being a fan and loving the product and never wanting to leave. So I am done with my demo. So I'm going to come back here, see how we're doing. Do we have any questions? I'll close this for a moment. Do we have any questions? I will double check while everybody is in. It looks like a lot of people are here now. And I did have, let's see, I had one early. Where is it? Well, we get so many people in here after a while, it's hard to get back to the beginning. Yes, Lawrence. Do you have to put the pre-enrollee's name on the welcome email? Now, if you're using the internet, the system I just showed you, Lawrence, it has it already in there, and it usually says friend, but you can do that if you want to, if you know what their pre-enrollee's name is. As you go along, your pre-enrollee is going to start being a long list of people. So it's better to leave the system to go ahead and put what it wants to put in there and make it easy on yourself that way. Okay, let's see where we're at. Questions. Yes, I love these email templates. I have my own I use all the time, and I really love it, actually. It makes life really, really easy. Okay, what do you, okay, I got Richard. What do you do when someone has a red X in your matrix? Okay, that means that person is in a non-pay situation. What I like to do actually is to have a person send them a personal email. It just depends on how much you want to be in touch with them. I truly like to be in touch with people. So I go ahead and I send them an email saying, I noticed that you didn't pay, and I just wondered if there's anything I can do to help you. And sometimes that works. It just depends why that person might have. You're welcome, Ringo. I hope I'm saying that correctly. I'm ready to take any questions you have. Please make sure that you put them in the chat here. I don't see any yet. Thank you, Sue. Any questions? Or did I cover it so well you guys understand? That's pretty cool if I did, but that's not. Is there a way? Oh, here's another one. Okay, good. Is there a way to add lots of people to at once to your autoresponders? David, we have the reason why we don't have where you can just add people is because we believe in permission marketing, and also the way the rules work these days, you can get in trouble for spamming people if you add them without their permission. So the very best way is to actually get them to opt in. So that means you need to talk to them, right? Now that can happen either with them being on your list because you sent out a paid advertising, or it could be because you had a conversation on Facebook. It doesn't matter which way you want to go, but it is important for them to actually agree to be on your list. So, no, we do not do that. All right. Okay, Linda, if a pre-enrolled is blocked, do you think it is a good idea to remove that person? I do, because I like to keep my lists clean. I always go back and get rid of them. What blocked means is that something has happened in which they are not getting the emails, or they don't want to receive the emails. So it's kind of like a unsubscribe. But I think what really happens is that they actually hit their spam button. So yeah, I remove blocked all the time. That's entirely up to you, and if you have the time, I prefer to get them out of there and keep my list clean. Okay, and Sue is asking, can you move personally sponsored affiliate? You can, but you place them, but pay attention to where you're placing them, because it is not possible to move them once you have placed them unless you get support to do it. Now, if they get put in a weird place, yes, support will help you out with that. Okay? There you go. Yes, thank you. You're welcome. Does your family that you share the 6 computers with need to pay for a membership? No, Colleen. The reason why you have 6 total memberships is that you are able to give them a free membership. Now, you can sell it to someone if they have a lot of stuff and you don't think you're going to be able to share with them. But in the case if you've got kids or if you've got grandkids or whatever, and you want to share them with that, yes, you can share, make them a new account, and no, you don't have to charge them, and they don't have to pay anything. And that's one of the things that makes this so nice is it's so affordable. And I have had backup systems that are very pricey and expensive. And can you imagine all the stuff we have available to us? I mean, how many of you realize have you had Get Response or Aweber before? I hate those programs. I'm so glad I don't have to use them because they are so awful. For one thing, they're not very friendly to people that have businesses like ours. They can actually stop not send them because they don't like our business model. And we have our own system inside, works beautifully, and we don't have that problem ever. The demo was a little too fast. Yes, Esther, I did tell you that I recommend you go and watch it. And let's see, let me go and make sure you have it. Here is the link, Esther, for that. All of our replays can be found right there in that link, okay? And then I want to make sure also that anybody that's absolutely brand new, I sometimes forget to do this, but you are already cookied to whoever you were invited by. But if you haven't joined yet, make sure you do. And here's the link to do that with. Okay. I'm looking for more questions. Okay, 6 separate accounts, 1T each. They aren't actually separated by 1T. They're separated by how much usage each person is going to use. Like, for instance, I've already used 1/3 of my space because I'm a big user. And so I probably will only invite my daughter. In fact, my son is in the same household, but he's a big user. So I sold it to him instead of offering him a free membership. And you just have to play it by what you think is valuable to you. Okay. Ah, okay. I already did that. Let's see. If someone is pending, what do you say when you talk to them? Why are they pending? Um, you mean pending because they didn't pay yet? Or do you mean if they're a pre-enrollee? Pre-enrollee means that they have a free account and they haven't yet paid. I haven't seen pending, so I'm not sure what that is. So you might want to clarify what you mean by that, please. Oh, okay. Thank you, Sue. All righty. So Sue says she was answering someone else, but it's actually not separated by 1T each. It's separated by usage. Yeah, I agree, Bob. I watch Mark on Friday morning. Oh, he's really good. I watch Jerry, of course, but I'm usually live to as many things as I can be just because I want to support the whole team. And you can do that. And welcome. I'm glad you're here. I hope we're helping you out. If you came in late, we have the replay. I did put the link in there. I want to make sure you know that. Okay. So it looks like everybody is just answering everybody else. Did I miss any questions? Let me double check. Okay. Okay, how to schedule? You simply click on the when you come in and you've got the email ready to go, right next to the title is actually the time of the email. But if you click that, it will allow you to schedule. So, say you're actually writing an email that you want to send tomorrow, you could change the date. right there, okay? So play with it. You can't hurt anything. I promise. Okay, I'm curious about the global virtual opportunities. That is actually the name of our company. Um, I don't know what pending is, Fran. I don't see that in my system. So you might ask a support person about that because I don't have anybody pending unless do they show up in the free or where do they show up? Where are they showing up pending? I don't know what that is because usually it's pre-enrollee or maybe they're a lead and that's not pending. I don't know exactly what that is. All right. Okay. Any other questions? I'm here to help you out. I want you to feel my main objective in this webinar is to make sure that everyone that comes, and even people that come to the replay later, feel like they understand the program. They feel ready to take action because, believe it or not, that's the way you actually win is to take some action. Okay? So, is there any other questions that I can answer? Make sure I have them in the chat. Yoga, I actually recommend that. Is this Aurora? Actually, I've seen you before in other webinars. Don't be afraid. This is a very easy program. I think they've made this just about as simple as it's possible to make it. And I want you all to make a promise to yourself. It's not for me, doesn't do anything to me. I want you to make a promise that I am going to get my backup set up and I'm going to share it. Okay? Okay. Clipboard is when you copy something. Okay? In Windows, and I don't know if you're in a Mac, then it might be different. But when you actually copy anything, it goes to your clipboard. That's why I purposely did not want to copy something else because then I would actually cancel that copy because you can only have one thing in the clipboard, okay? Yeah, that's right. Any other questions I might answer, let me know. Ah, okay, I didn't know that. So maybe pending is somebody that has, I never see it. So it might be that you've put somebody in an email. And guess what happens when you put somebody in an email without their permission? They have to act, they're going to get an email. I remember now what it is. They get an email that says, are you agreeing to being on this list? And if they have not agreed to be on the list, they will stay in pending status. The way you avoid that is to not invite anyone into your list without having them opt in. I recommend you actually always have them opt in because that means that they are asking to be part of your list, okay? That should be, yes, like a double opt in. That's right, Kevin. Thank you for that. All right, good. So we cleared that one up. Anyone else have any other questions? All right, perfect. I really want to make sure that at the end of this, everybody is extremely comfortable with their program and want to do this, okay? It's real easy. It's real fun. And it really is fun to get those emails that says you earned some money. And you will if you are consistent and you keep on doing it, okay? Okay, affiliate sub ID. that is you. Okay, that is your ID. Okay, your sub ID. I don't know. I have never seen a sub ID. Your idea is the last part. I have another page ready to go here. Like for instance, I'm going to put this in here. This is an email that you receive this email all the time from Got Backup, from Global Opportunities, right? You see this part on the end here. You see this part on the end here. Obviously, if I sent this out like this, it wouldn't go anywhere, would it? It wouldn't go to anybody's credit because it doesn't have the correct ID on the back, does it? You need to change that part to your own, right? But in the back office, your ID is already there, and you only have to copy that link and go, okay? If that makes sense. Okay, you learn something new all the time. I didn't know that. But I don't worry too much about it. I usually use copy and go right away, and I don't have to have a whole bunch of things in my clipboard at a time. But that's good to know. Thank you. Appreciate that. I really appreciate you guys all coming. If you've got any more questions, this is the time to ask. Make sure and let me know if you've got anything that you don't understand. Make sure that you let me know so I can help you out before we close this down. You're welcome, Richard. I appreciate that. Yep, there's the right attitude. I will go in and just do it. You know what? This is easy and it's fun, okay? Pending could be when a prospect is trying to make a payment. No, if it's on the actual campaign page, it is part of it's showing people that are on your list, but they have not agreed to be on your list. So please, I recommend you do not add people in the list. I know that's tempting, but don't add people to your list without their permission. So the easiest way to do that is we have beautiful pages and you can actually get them to opt in. Why wouldn't they? For so cheap I shouldn't say that word. Such a wonderful value. A wonderful value for the money, and everybody needs it, right? So maybe you're not talking to the right people. I promise you it isn't hard, and I recommend you actually go and play with it, okay? Please go and play with your LCS system, your lead capture system, because that is actually a good piece of the puzzle. Just to give you an idea, I used to use Aweber before I knew about this system, and I used to pay $80 a month just for Aweber. That's just a list building system. It doesn't have a page builder, it doesn't have an opportunity. It is just that. You have a wonderful system available to you, and the email system is part of it, okay? So make sure that you do that, okay? Play with it. You can't hurt yourself. Opt in for yourself. Opt in for yourself, okay? And even if you have no leads at all, opt in, like I did tonight, okay? And go ahead and send yourself an email and see how fun and easy it is, okay? It isn't hard. Yeah, I agree completely, Bob. I don't like Aweber. I don't like Get Response. I'm not going to put them down, but I don't like them. And that was the thing that brought me here to this program before Get Response was actually around. It was another program. We won't go into that, but I was looking for a solution, and I will not go anywhere else. I love our programs. We have wonderful programs. It's not that hard to use. I think everything is really It's a matter of being willing to put some time in. If you're willing to put a little bit of time in, it's worth it. Okay? Yep. Here's another person that does not like Aweber. It does not have a bill, it has a 30% one level. Yes, I know. So, if you really believe in Aweber, I'm not trying to put you down if you do, but I'm telling you, we've got something so much better right here. It's so amazing. You guys have so much available. I could go for days telling you just about the benefits of these programs, just in Get Response, okay? Just in here. And I haven't even shown you those pages that you can build. You can build a Word like document, you can build an Excel like document, and you can do it inside of our program and it's automatically backed up. It's really amazing the things that we have and we're not paying extra for. And a lot of companies I've been part of, if they add something, they make you pay more. And we're not doing that. So you got to start seeing what the value is here. Aurora, go to the link I just shared with you and go and watch one of Jerry's Facebook trainings. Okay, I'm going to put the link in here again. Okay, because we're trying to, I can't do all of the training, and that's why it's important for you to understand. We've got 4 days worth of training every single week. Joel is just doing the Wednesday cutoff now. Jerry does Facebook training that is amazing. There's no way I need to duplicate what he's doing, okay? Mark is doing recognition on Friday mornings and he's also doing some recruiting training. Between the two of them, you've got everything you can possibly want, and I do get started. That's my job, okay? I'm not going to do I'm not going to step on anyone else's feet because what would be the point in my doing that? You understand what I'm saying? You need to understand that this has got a lot of value and we have the full community and it's all there in the YouTube right now where you are, okay? So all you have to do is go back. How long have I been working with Got Backup? I've actually been a part of global virtual opportunities for 3.5 years, okay? So Got Backup started in April, so that gives you a little idea. They have other products, okay? And I have those other products, and I've been selling those as well, okay? So I've been part of it for 3.5 years. I am looking to see if you have any more questions that you need answered. If not, we're probably finished. Let me know. I'm going to give you a few more minutes just in case if there's anyone else that has a question that they want answered. And then I will, yes, Bob is one of our cheerleaders, I think you could call him. Thank you, Bob. We have a fantastic business opportunity. We definitely do. I recommend that you really take it seriously. You really actually see what you have. Don't be afraid of it and go out and share it because it's fun and it's easy and it's amazing. And there is not anything like this anywhere. There are other programs that you can back up with, but you have to pay a large amount and you don't get paid for it. So why not share this, right? Absolutely. So that's where I'm going to leave it unless there's another question. Any more questions before we close it up for the night? I appreciate all of you coming. I appreciate all of the wonderful words. Want to make sure everybody is comfortable. Don't be afraid. Go do this. Go do this. Have fun. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate all of you. I was trying to catch Bruce here. Sandbags for Florida. Are they having do they have something going on like a hurricane? Is that what you're saying? I haven't paid attention to what's going on in the weather. Say, do the other products fit in the same comp plan? Yes, Doug, they have the same comp plan, but we're focusing on Got Backup. I don't want to confuse you by talking about any of the other products right now. But yes, we have the same thing. Okay, we do have a hurricane in Florida. So anybody in Florida, buckle down and be careful, stay safe. Don't let yourself get hurt. Yep, I agree. Don't like any of the other email systems out there. I'm not going to name them all. There's a couple dozen that are kind of the same thing. So I really love our product. And yeah, 2 storms. Oh, wow. Okay, well, be safe in Florida, wherever, if you're in Florida. One thing I like about Colorado, we might have a snowstorm, but we don't have hurricanes. Absolutely, everybody have an awesome, awesome evening. Be the action taker. That's a good closing statement right there. Thank you, Greg. Yes, be the action taker. Go for it. Use it now. Get set up. Don't waste time taking a lot of time. You don't have to. Absolutely go and get this done and then share it with other people. It's not that hard. If you start to see what the value is, you won't have a problem with it. And we have amazing value here. Amazing. So I wish you all the best tonight. Be safe, anybody from Florida. I hope you have a great evening, and I'll see you again next Monday. Bye for now.